Hi, I'm a mom of two learning finances with you. Today's video is step 1 in budgeting 101, where we write out our budget.
So I got my paper. The very first thing we're gonna look into is our expenses. So expenses can be phone bill, internet, groceries, gas, car insurance, tenant insurance, mortgage, like laundry, anything that you pay on a monthly basis that is not related to your debts, because that's be covered in a separate column. And investments. So don't include investments and debt. Anything else that you pay every month, you write it down. First, you write that down. So pause the video, write it down, do all the research that you have to do, because sometimes when we haven't looked at this for a long time, or ever, we have to go digging into our bank statements and see what have we been paying. That's the most important thing, is that you know the amount of money that is going out. You might know your salary, you might know your income, but the more important number to know is what are you spending every month. And it will change. Summer expenses are different than my winter expenses, right? One month is more expensive than the other because there's more birthdays and other events happening, right? So we're just kind of looking for an average right now. You can totally guesstimate. We're trying to round up, right? So if you're paying $79 for a phone bill, write 80, right? It's always better to overestimate. Okay, so once you have that, you can go over and write income. So what's your income? So that could be your job. If you have a small business, side hustle, anything that you're bringing money in. So now we're into debts. So this could be student loans, like unsecured loans, like Easy Financial, Money Mart, those types of loans with the high interest, and credit cards. Put your credit cards here. What we want to do is we want to write out the total that we're owing, and then the amounts that you're paying. So I don't want to say minimum payments, because you should not be paying your minimum payments. It should be more. It should always be more than your minimum payments. That could be a whole nother video, but so total amount owing and then monthly payments into that debt. Perfect. So we're adding all this up. So the expenses, you need a total, the income, you need a total, and the debts, you need a total. If you have investments like RESP for your kids, or TFSA for a tax-free saving account, anything that you're putting money into, and then either the company that you're working with for that account, if they're investing it, which they should be, hopefully they are. So now that we have all of our totals, this is what I like to do. You can totally do it a different way if that makes more sense to you, but this is how I tackle it. So we do expenses minus income, and what does that equal? So the total, I'll just put A. So then A minus debt payments, okay? Payments, monthly payments, and that equals B. B minus investment payments. So how much are you paying every month, right? All right, and so that'll equal to C. B minus investment payments equals C. This, hopefully it's positive. If it's not, don't worry about it. I've been negative in this amount a lot throughout my life, and that's just the reality of what we live in right now. The salary, oh my gosh. See, I'm a mom. You can tell by my shirt, I'm a mom. But yeah, our salaries are not keeping up with the cost of living, and growing a family and having kids and all that. It's very hard. So don't don't worry if it's negative right now. That's why we have it all laid out. That's why it's so important to write it out, see it on paper, know your totals, and we're gonna move. We're gonna move from here, okay? So that's the most important thing. I'll see you in the next video to show you what we can do from here, right? Now that you have the information written out, what do we do with it? Okay, and that totally depends on you and what your goals are. So yeah, see you in the next video.